how to feel your hunger and fullness and respect them. This is one of my favorite topics. From the outside, the advice eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full sounds so logical and simple. But in reality, it's way more complex. There are actually different types of hunger and plenty of reasons why someone might not feel hungry or full. The good news, we can work on this. So let's unpack the whole hunger fullness Pandora's box, and by the end of this video, it'll be all much clearer in your head. Because today, I'll answer the 4 biggest food questions: when to eat, how much, what, and how. And all based on your unique hunger and fullness cues. And be sure to stick around because at the end, I prepared something special for you to get you from theory to the immediate practice. So first and foremost, let's talk about physiological or biological hunger. And here we are not going to talk about different hormones, but about how we experience hunger, because we don't all experience it the same way. When we talk about hunger, we're actually referring to multiple cues, or as I like to call them, symptoms. They fall into one of the 3 categories. It can be body sensations that include stomach pain, discomfort, headaches, or in extreme cases of low blood sugar, it could be feeling dizzy, weak, or even shaky. Number 2 is feelings or mental states like irritability, low energy, and difficulty concentrating. And number 3, my favorite, thoughts about food. If you're thinking about food 24/7, chances are your body is in hunger mode. This usually means that either you are not eating enough calories, or restricting certain foods. So first, understanding your individual hunger cues is crucial before moving to the next step. Sometimes this takes extra effort, but with time, it usually becomes clearer and more intuitive. And to help with this, my all-time favorite tool, and my client's favorite tool, the hunger fullness scale. So on one side, we have our hunger from 0 to 5, and from 5 to 10. On the other side, we have our fullness. So physiological hunger tells us when to eat, and fullness helps us understand how much. The thing is, you need to be hungry in order to feel full. But if you reach extreme hunger, like 0, 1, it becomes uncontrollable. Because, your body is in a stress mode, and you'll probably eat too fast and too much to compensate for that, and end up on the other side of the scale, which is overly full. So the ideal moment to eat would be when you're around 3, when you're feeling hungry, and to stop when you're around 7, when you're satisfied, not overly full, not hungry, just perfect. But it takes a lot of practice. Some of the reasons for not feeling full include not eating enough overall, restricting certain foods, and not being in sync with another type of hunger that I call taste hunger. Taste hunger answers the question, what are you hungry for? So when you're on 3, 4 on the scale, you're more likely to choose balanced, nutritious meal. But when you are at 0, 1, your body is craving quick energy, and that's when you're more likely to go for fast food or something easily accessible. That's completely normal, your body needs energy ASAP. But here's the thing, taste hunger doesn't always mean a strong craving. It's more about how you feel. For instance, you might be feeling like something warm, such as a bowl of soup, a dal, or chicken potato roast, but instead, for example, you decide to go for a salad. We can even say pasta salad, so technically it should provide you enough energy, but you still might feel unsatisfied at the end of the meal because, your body needed something warm. So that could leave you still hungry or just frustrated and disappointed. Taste hunger helps us answer the question, what to eat. And in this context, I won't talk about balanced plate or focus on nutrition. Here, we really talk about intuitive and mindful eating based on your individual hunger fullness cues. So taste hunger involves more than just flavor. It's also about the look, texture, temperature, aroma, and even about the feel of the food, which can be heavy or light. Now, you might be thinking, what if I only crave pizza, burgers, and candy? The thing is, taste hunger guides us towards more variety in our food choices and not the other way around. Well, when you stop mentally or physically restricting foods, they become neutral. This means you're less likely to feel pulled towards the same foods out of restriction and more likely to make balanced, satisfying choices. However, there could still be other reasons you might crave certain foods, such as being overly hungry, being too tired, or dealing with emotional hunger. Okay, emotional hunger is a whole other topic that definitely deserves a separate video. So let me know if you'd like me to dive deeper into that. But in short, it's about seeking food for comfort without actually being physically hungry. This often comes up in response to stress or other uncomfortable emotions. And while food can provide temporary relief, emotional hunger is really about using food to cope with emotions rather than addressing the root cause. Since emotional hunger isn't driven by physical needs, it's important to explore alternative ways to cope with stress or tough emotions. And the last piece of the puzzle is the how. The how starts with our environment. The same food can be eaten on the go, in front of a computer, or mindfully at the table with a fork and knife. And we all know which experience will be the most mindful and actually the most enjoyable. When we're not conscious of the eating process, our body might not register what's happening, leaving us still hungry even after we've eaten. Now, I get it's not always possible to eat mindfully, and sometimes I also eat in front of a screen. Yes, I'm a human too. But trust me, it really makes a huge difference. And if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. To help you get started, I've created a super valuable tool, a complete intuitive and mindful eating toolbox to guide you in the right direction towards syncing with your individual hunger and fullness cues. It's a printable mini journal for 1 week where you can track your observations and progress without any judgment. And I'd love to hear how it goes, so feel free to let me know in the comments below. This was Vera, not French dietitian. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon!